Hello gang, welcome to the stream. This is the Adrel Show, and we are in the War Within. Everyone is finally in Khazalgar. Things are going, things have started, everything's happening. There's so much to do. It's such an exciting time. Launch week is always so much fun. I mean, there's constantly server maintenance and bugs and things like that, but still, there's always a whole bunch of content. There's a whole bunch to do. There's so much gold to be made. So much so that I literally feel like I've definitely missed out on a lot of gold making opportunities, but here's the thing, I don't care because I'm having a great time and that's all that really matters. Like I always say, it's not fear of missing out if you don't really care too much about the thing that you're missing out on. So with that said, today's stream we're going to be doing a couple of different things. We're going to first hop over to our main crafters. I've been selling some stuff cross realm, some profession equipment and some stuff like that. We'll take a look at what the sales have been like for them. And then the plan is to basically hop on to two of our remix alts. We'll do this across two accounts, which, I mean, if you're not a multi-boxer, if you don't have two accounts, you can just do this across two characters. But since I do have two active WoW subscriptions and I did bother getting War Within on both of them, I'm just thinking I can save myself a little bit of time flying around and picking up the knowledge point treasures and stuff like that. And most likely we're going to throw some concentration builds on them. My plan is to... In any case, I was planning on picking up engineering on all of the characters. If you joined the stream the other day, we sort of took a little bit of a look at one of the lower effort, lower cost sort of shuffles that you can do with enchanting, which will give you 110 bonus artisan's acuity, which is a huge advantage to begin with. Plus, it also gives you 2 more knowledge points than you put into it, and you really only need 5 knowledge points to start off on it. But in any case, with enchanting mat prices being what they are, and the fact that I'm planning on running enchanting on at least most of my crafters to begin with, we'll see if it becomes less lucrative later on, then we may not bother with some of them. But since I am planning on doing that, I do kind of want to have the ability to make my own enchanting mats. So the plan is to basically set up 2 enchanters with disenchanting specs, but slightly different specs on each one. So on one of them, we're going to focus primarily on disenchanting greens for the dust, and there's some pretty cool shuffles. I know Zanzer Full had a really good one that he was doing on stream and put out a video about yesterday, so we may test out some of that. The second one is I want to see whether or not we can turn a profit by just hoovering up all the super cheap crafted blue gear that everyone who's leveling tailoring, blacksmithing, leatherworking, even jewel crafting, inscription. I mean, basically all the crafting professions have some some crappy blues that they're crafting and listing on the auction house for like 50 gold, which sort of should mean that my break even should be that if I'm getting at least 2 shards from each of those, we should be able to break even. But anyway, we have a bunch of remix alts, and that's why we leveled them up so that we can do fun things like this. Beyond that, I'm probably also going to I'm probably going to stick tailoring on them. I am planning on doing this on non-Blood Elf characters so that we don't have the +5 bonus to enchanting. But anyway, so we'll do some of that, and yeah, after that we will hop. Actually, sorry. Before all of that, we'll just quickly head over to Wowhead, check out the latest articles, and see how everything's going there. With that said, thank you to everyone who is watching live. I see we don't have too many people online right now, but I see we have someone by the name of Stevens379. Thank you so much for the follow, Steven. Good energy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I would say just go ahead and join the Discord. I'll be honest, I'm not super familiar with Discord, so I'm not entirely certain how exactly to add people, if I'm being honest. But go ahead and join the Discord, and you should be able to message me there, I think. But thank you so much for the lovely words. It's very nice of you. That said, I also just realized that I actually haven't posted to X. Unfortunately, the stream, apologies for starting the stream a little bit late today. I just got a little bit late at the gym, to be honest. And so apologies for that, but we're live now, and hopefully we have more people joining in soon enough. Let's see if Twitter/X does anything for us. Heck, while we're at it, we might as well hop over to the Discord as well. And let's see here. know some of these Discords have some sections for content creators. Let's see if we can't get some more people to join us in here. If you are watching live, let me know in the chat. Say hello, because then I won't bother doing all this because I don't think it's particularly interesting to do on stream. Me trying to figure out how to work Discord. All right, it's good. I can't be bothered to figure this out. Let's hop into everything. All right, first things first. Like I said, we'll quickly go through Wowhead. Just look at some of the major articles because there are quite a few things. Hey, Tom B, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How's everything going? Are you enjoying the war within? Are you focused on alt armies? Are you making have you made a bunch of gold? I know people have already been doing crazy numbers. I haven't done anything too crazy. I've made maybe $1.5 million, something like that. But I also haven't been spending nearly enough time on professions, if I'm being honest. I've just been having fun, right? It took me like 20 hours. I think I spent about 20 hours just getting my main to level 80. And I spent some of that time cooking and fishing and just enjoying the campaign, doing some side quests, gathering treasures, just having a good old time with it, right? There's plenty of gold to be made. There's a new expansion. We have ridiculous amounts of alts. The concentration system is insane, right? There's a lot of fun stuff to come. And so if we miss out on some gold early on, I'm not too upset about it, right? I don't know how much of that is also because of the fact that I'm just sitting on 30 million gold, and so I'm like, the incentive to like 3 million gold sounds amazing. Would I spend would I really do anything super sweaty for 3 million gold? Potentially. In any case, all right, Ajka had special assignment, not a big thing there. One thing that is, I think we'll just quickly hop through these articles where it's relevant for gold making. The fact that sparks are now dropping could be potentially massive for two reasons. One, if you are planning on going into a gear crafting profession, right, your money is started. Go ahead and get those builds set up. Start selling your concentrations. Start selling crafting orders, right? A lot of gold to be made there, especially with people getting their sparks. If you can guarantee something at the max quality this early, you will stand to make a lot of gold. Right now, you'll probably only be able to guarantee it at max quality once every 2 or 3 days, right? Probably once a day if if you're using less than 240. I mean, concentration regenerates at about 10 concentration per hour, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, basically the way the profession system works in the War Within. Let's actually hop onto our main here, and I can sort of explain this in game a little bit. How about this? Actually, if you are watching live, let me know in the chat. Are you familiar with the concentration system? Do I need to recap it, or would you guys like a quick little refresher on exactly how that works? But anyway, the point of this article is just that sparks are now live. I would definitely look into it. That aside, I would also, even if you're not doing a build that you primarily intend to use for crafting spark gear, I would still take a look, because some of the builds that I've gone into for, say, profession equipment gives me enough skill that I can actually craft some of this gear at pretty decent quality. And if that is the case, it's definitely worth advertising, because you might get a better return on your concentration, and you also don't then rely on the auction house. You don't have to do the PvP, right? You don't need to babysit auctions and cancel, scan, and do all that. There are advantages to the crafting order system, especially early on. It's just later on it doesn't scale particularly well. And so if you are going to spend more time playing, then it's not always the best use of your professions. And I mean, I think we looked at it on stream the other day, and I think throughout the lifetime of Dragonflight, I made about 650,000 gold purely from crafting orders, which is a thing. Sorry, we're getting an auto mod message here. But how's it going, Tomby? What's up? All right, then all of the world events are live here. The only things I really wanted to check on are there are some things related to gold making. I think some of the recipes you can only get from certain events, right? But more interestingly, to me at least, is the mounts, and that's going to be the main reason I'm doing these events is the chance to farm these mounts, right? Let's see here, spreading the light world event guide. Are there any recipes here? Let's see. Rewards. Okay, we've got a bunch of rewards here. I don't know if the well, I guess the biggest reward for gold making is just going to be the renown that you'll get from completing each of these, which is pretty massive. Ideally, we want to push to 12 renown as quickly as possible so that we can get those knowledge books, because they only cost about 100 artisans acuity, which isn't too bad, because you'll spend 150 artisans acuity to buy the book, but you'll get 50 back with the knowledge points. Yeah, I think we can probably leave it on at that. The theater troupe event, though, definitely worth hitting up, both to get these recipes to use on your actual character, but also because these recipes are selling for hundreds of thousands of gold right now. And so even if you don't have any of these professions, I'm fairly certain you can get these to drop no matter what your professions are. If you are an enchanter, I would also recommend doing these because of the fact that they have a chance to drop the crest recipes. I did the theater troupe yesterday, and that allowed me to, and I had the enchanted weathered harbinger crest drop for me, which I've already sold a handful of crafting orders for. Let's see if we can pull up the actual numbers here. Crafting orders. And let's focus on all characters. Nope. Let's do none, and let's pick a droll. That's my main. Yeah, so as you can see, we've done about a decent amount actually. Let's not even do this. Let's do the last week. And can I filter on no, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this one is I was gonna say these ones are probably okay. I guess the type shows in Journalator as blank if it's a patron crafting order. So yeah, we've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these crafting orders, each of which gave me a skill point, right? And we also proc resourcefulness on some of them, meaning that we made some more gold from that as well. The commissions aren't going to be great. I think everyone's gotten into the habit, unfortunately, with Dragonflight, that commissions are just set to 0. Like I've had people tip like 10 gold, which it's always hilarious to me when actual players are tipping worse than the patron crafting orders. I've completed all the enchanting ones here, which is why we don't see any patron crafting orders here. But patron NPC craft orders are super lit, guys. It is amazing how good they are. We toyed around with them a bit on beta, right? And I was in two minds. I wasn't sure how good they were actually going to be on live. I did most of the ones that I had for jewel crafting as well, which is why we're not seeing a whole bunch here. I also just haven't put that much, I haven't spent any knowledge points in jewel crafting, right? I've been farming up knowledge points here and there, but I haven't actually spent any of them. It is, I mean, the patron work order system could be amazing, or it could be kind of trash for you. It really depends on RNG, and that's where having an alt army can be really handy, especially if you're trying to min-max things. But honestly, gang, I would say the time to min-max things, it probably isn't now, right? The people who are really min-maxing thing, that race ended in like 12 to 24 hours at the most, right? You don't need to min-max things to make a boatload of gold. Right, I've gotten to over 30 million gold, right? This account doesn't update properly because I don't have all my regional bankers on this. But yeah, we're well above 30 million gold. Let's hop onto our second account while we're at it. But yeah, I mean, I've gotten to over 30 million gold playing as a, let's say, I call myself a hardcore casual, which is I play the game a decent bit, but I don't do anything super sweaty or like spend a ridiculous amount of time on things, right? And there's still a boatload of gold to be made. You will make gold in this expansion one way or another, unless you do something super reckless. Sorry again, give me 1 second. All right, so anyway, point is, make sure that you're doing the theater troupe on as many characters as you can. These recipes are cash money, especially if you're running them on enchanters so that you get the crest recipes. The crest recipes are especially powerful just because of the fact that they will basically allow you to skill up a lot cheaper, right? The enchanted, I'm in the wrong profession to begin with. I have this ginormous lag spike every time I log in on my second account, and I'm not sure what exactly the issue is. Let's go ahead and drop graphics are already dropped, I see, which is good. Hopefully the stream quality doesn't get impacted by anything, by any of this too badly, by the fact that we're dual boxing again. All right, and yeah, as you can see, we've been crafting and selling a whole bunch of profession equipment and tailored blues, and literally just while we're chatting, someone's sending me another crafting order. But what I was saying is that the reason that picking up these crest recipes are super powerful for enchanting is A, they're going to make you gold throughout the entire season. So the sooner you get them, the better, just for that alone. Second of all, you will get patron crafting orders for them, so also good from that aspect. And the third is that they give skill until pretty high, right? I'm at enchanting skill level 79, and I'm still, and the recipe is still yellow to me, which means all of these crafting orders are sort of helping me subsidize my cost to actually push enchanting on this tune, which is always a good thing, right? Enchanting is very, very expensive to level up. So yeah, I mean, there's a whole bunch of good reasons to run the theater, especially given the fact that it's right next to Dornagol, right? Whatever character you're on, whenever the theater troupe is up, you can quickly hop over and get that done. And yeah, I think it's probably also worth quickly discussing some of the awesome weak auras that I highly recommend picking up. But if you are watching live, let me know in chat. First of all, welcome to the stream. I see we have a bunch more people joining us on Twitch and on YouTube. Welcome, 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 everyone. We are currently basically going through all of our profession stuff. We're on our main right now. We were casually going through some Wowhead articles, but we will shortly hop over to some remix alts and get them set up. I actually haven't done anything profession-wise on my remix alts, right? I leveled up 36 alts during remix, or no. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I leveled up like 30 alts during remix, and then we leveled up a bunch of characters during the launch event for the War Within as well. And yeah, I probably should have set up professions on them sooner so that they started earning gold, but we didn't do that. It's fine. Like I said, we were having fun with the game, and that's more important, because you know what's a terrible way to make the lowest potential gold per hour you can have is burning out. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, Tommy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I mean, with all of this stuff, right, there's a lot of things that are going to be more optimal for gold making. But guess what? You're going to make less gold if you burn yourself out, because you will probably either stop doing the gold making stuff or you will just quit the game, right? That's happened to me multiple times in the past. And so these days, I very much keep notice of the fact that whatever I'm doing, I need to be having fun doing it, and that's way more important and will always lead to more gold than doing some really degen stuff that you know, you're not enjoying doing. All right, let's go ahead and turn in our profession crafting order quests. 1 second, I need to open up chat on my iPad. I just realized I haven't done that. Oh, give me a second, folks. I'm just gonna hit the camera for a second because I also need to grab something real quick. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's a good call, Tommy. You're saying you're leveling up your third character. Yeah, we haven't gotten quite to that Wowhead article yet, but the fact that they're nerfing the level 70 OP-ness is super, super crappy. I think that's one of the worst takes Blizzard has had in a long while. I was going to open up the Wowhead article, but Chrome has crashed on me, so we'll do that on the next break. In any case, there's so much stuff to do in game that it's probably not worth it. Yeah, but have they told us what time they're going to be applying that hotfix to nerf alts? Because I'll be honest, I got my main to level 80 and then promptly gave up on leveling. Just because from a gold making perspective, it makes no difference whatsoever. right? I mean, my 3 of my characters have pushed to past level 70. And this is just purely from first craft bonuses, right? Yeah, I had early access as well. I did not take advantage of the fact that level 70s were super broken at all, right? I may have run a delve or 2 here and there. Oh, gosh, dang it. So they already patched it? How are you finding leveling your 3rd alt? I'm guessing that means you did a 2nd alt with the broken scaling, and is it much slower on your 3rd one? Are you just running dungeons, or are you questing and stuff? Okay, yeah. I mean, that's what I saw a bunch of people saying, that look, even if they change that, leveling early on is still so quick these days, and it's hard to argue against that, right? I mean, I think people were doing it in about 2 or 3 hours. I mean, people like Gingy, right, who were like, race the world first. What they do is anyway something you're not going to be able to recreate, right? Like, that's just not a thing. So it's not fair to compare to them. And I heard that for the average player, it won't make a difference of more than like half an hour to an hour maybe. And honestly, with the additional buff we get, I mean, look, crafting orders, getting more enchanting skill, right? If I wasn't to do this through crafting order, the only other recipes I have that would give me skill ups, I would have to invest a minimum of like 6 to 9 grand in, right? So that's why crafting orders are super crucial, and that's why it's super critical that if you are planning on pushing enchanting on any character, you get these recipes as soon as possible, right? The Harbinger Crest recipes, because you will get a whole bunch of skill from just completing them. But okay, yeah, 10% slower is not too bad, especially considering the fact that, I mean, you're going to get a 5% buff on each additional character you level up anyway, right? And so it's not too bad. I mean, luckily, I don't really need to level up too many characters simply because of the fact that I have so many level 70s, and you unlock War Within Professions at 68 anyway. So I can just hop straight into the fun part of, you know, of actually leveling up professions on all these characters. Ooh, 47k for an enchant. So I'll be honest, I haven't spent a single point of enchanting, right? Which was probably pretty dumb of me, in terms of the larger scheme of things, right? I haven't spent I spent the 20 points here that I don't even consider spending points, because these are mandatory, right? You get back more knowledge points than you invest, and you get 110 artisan's acuity as well. This is a no-brainer. Do this on every single enchanter. Heck, even if you don't plan on leveling up enchanting on a character, do this anyway, because you will get 110 artisan's acuity for something like 20k. I doubt it'll cost you more than 20k. We're going to be doing this on our alts later on in the stream, so stick around if you're interested in the exact process for that. But I don't think it'll cost more than 20 grand, and it'll set you up really well for all of your other professions, right? It really does depend on how much gold you have to spend, right? 20k isn't too much to me. If it is a lot to you, you know, I mean, then decide accordingly. But it will give you a pretty decent advantage, and I think it's very easy to pay off that 22k. If for no other reason than before dropping it, you can probably we'll test this out on our alts. But essentially, what I did yesterday was in pursuit of a first craft bonus, right? I decided to craft one of the recipes I had. I got lucky and I picked up this recipe super cheap. I don't know what happened to recipe prices, because all of the like dungeon farmed recipes were selling for like 20 gold at one point on Illidan, and I was dumb and didn't pick up a whole bunch of them. And now all of those same recipes are selling for anywhere from like 20 to 100k, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm kicking myself that I didn't pick up a whole bunch of them, both to flip. Luckily, I did flip one of them for like 20k. Sorry, gang, just give me 1 second. Sorry again, give me 1 second. Hey, KD, welcome to the stream. How's it going? So what I was saying was for enchanting on every single character, like I'm saying, whether or not you're planning on leveling up enchanting, this is probably going to be something that I do in any case. I'm probably going to pick up enchanting just to do this. But basically, what you want to do is you want to get to 25 enchanting skill by just disenchanting things, right? You can pick up blues super cheap. You won't need more than like 30 of them. And on Illidan at least, they're selling for like Illidan North American, by the way. I play on North American realms, so prices shouldn't differ too much with EU, honestly. But basically for let's say you need 30 blues and you're picking up for 50 gold each, that's 1,500 gold, right? You can get to 25 enchanting super cheap, 1,500 gold, right? Buy a bunch of cheap crafted blues and disenchant them to get to 25 to 25 skill. You will need 5 knowledge points. You can grab those just off of the treasures, right? There's 2 treasures that we'll cover later on in the stream as well. We're going to be doing this entire thing later on in the stream, so stick around if you are interested in that. But basically, you'll figure out a way to get 5 knowledge points. You will unlock the ephemerals, enrichments, and equipment talent tree. You'll put 5 points in here, and then you will learn the deceptive decorations what do you call it? Subnode? Sub-specialization is what it's called. By just learning this, you'll spend 5 knowledge points, but you'll actually learn 6 knowledge points. The base Gleeful Glamours of the Horde will give you 6 different recipes that don't count as trainer recipes because they're not trainer recipes. What that means is that you will get first craft bonuses for all 6 of those, and you will also get 5 artisan's acuity for each, right? But you'll get 6 knowledge points back. You'll put 5 more knowledge points in, and you'll get the Gleeful Glamours of the Alliance, which will also give you 6 knowledge points back and another what do you call it? 30 artisans acuity, right? You'll spend 5 more knowledge points. You'll unlock 5 more recipes here, and you'll unlock 5 more recipes here. So overall, by doing this, you'll have spent 20 knowledge points. You'll get back 22 knowledge points, but you'll also get 110 artisans acuity, which is massive, right? And prices may have dropped. Let's quickly take a look at what these Gleeful Glamours are costing to craft right now. About 700 gold. So let's quickly do some quick math, right? 710 times 22 plus 1,500, and so you're talking about 17,000 gold to do this on a single character, which may be a lot for some people, but honestly, in the context of professions, 17,000 gold is not that bad. I spent almost 100,000 gold leveling up inscription yesterday, which was extremely painful, and I'm still not even max level. Like that wasn't even pushing to max level inscription. That was just getting to like, I think 60 inscription, just to the point that I could literally craft tree disease for all my other characters. So professions are going to be expensive at the start of an expansion. 17k is not that bad. We will also take a look at how much it costs to level up tailoring, because that's the other thing that I'm planning on sticking on all of my remix alts. Or not all of them, but the remix alts that we level up later today. In any case, what I did yesterday was I decided to use up some of my concentration, right? I have also been stupid in that I've let my concentration be at 1,000 on most of my characters for most of the expansion so far, which is a terrible idea. You never want this hitting 1,000. Anytime you're on, if you have a character that has 1,000 concentration, you're doing something wrong. The reason is because concentration regens at about 10 per hour. And so if you're capped, right, you're basically costing yourself 10 concentration an hour. Now, you may be saying, well, I don't have, a recipe that I can, that is completely optimized for me to use up my concentration. It doesn't matter. Use it suboptimally. Craft anything with concentration that's profitable, and you're still going to on net make more gold than you would otherwise, right? It's you're burning gold by not doing this. I talked a lot about this during remix and in the lead up to the expansion and on beta, that concentration is gold. Only to go ahead and not remember to do that myself, which is why I always say do as I say, not as I do, because I would have so much more gold if I took my own advice. And I frequently don't. So don't be me. Yeah, I'm sitting on 30 million gold, but honestly, if I would do everything that I say, I would have so much more gold. Which is just the way of the world. All right, so as we can see, we're sitting at 30 million gold. Let's quickly do a repost cycle on our banker character here. So when you see this, if you see anyone in Orgrimmar, that's a banker character for the next little bit of stream, and anyone who's in Dornogal is a character that I'm actually actively playing. Now that said, I have also gotten the War Within on my banker account, so we will be doing some crafty stuff on this account as well. But at least for the first part of the stream, anytime that you see me in Orgrimmar, that's the banker character that we're on, and anytime we're in Dornogal or anywhere of the new zones, that is my main account. And as you can see, we're selling a whole bunch of this crafted profession, just the crafted blue profession gear, which has actually been doing pretty well for me. My tailoring build allows me to craft most of these at rank 5, right? Like guaranteed rank 5 without using concentration. And they're pretty cheap to craft. I think my crafting cost is somewhere around like 250 gold. And you can see these are all selling for 1,500, 1,300, 3,000, right? Specific stat combos are selling for as high as 20,000. I don't think I've sold any at 20,000. I may have sold 1 or 2, but certainly not the bulk of them. And then the other thing I've been crafting in bulk with tailoring is just profession equipment. I don't know. I felt two ways about mentioning this on stream, because the problem, the basic problem is with any of these builds, right, is first of all, we have the region-wide auction house. So for consumables. So any build that gets super OP, right? Anyone who's watching this who plays on North America can go ahead and do the same thing. And if we have more than a couple of people doing the same build, it's going to mean less gold for all of us, which is on the whole not great, right? And then also it's not great for y'all because you're going to be like, well, I did the build that Adrel told me to do and it turned out to suck. So that's the reason I'm kind of in two minds to like push too hard on things that are capable of being too crowded, right? That said, I'd rather share it and a couple people get some benefits out of it early on, and you know, reward the people who watch the stream live, who watch my videos early on. But then again, I mean, it's also not like I'm the only source of this information, and so there's probably a bunch of people who have already figured this out and who've been doing it for longer than I have, and I represent that competition to them. But between the region-wide auction house and the fact that warbanks make it so that it's super trivial for anyone to sell cross-realm, it's more competitive than ever, right? And the last thing you want to do is have a super efficient crafting build that then requires, you know, hours of undercutting in PvP, right? That's not something that anyone really enjoys too much, I don't think. I don't know if there's too many people out there who particularly enjoy the auction house PvP and the auction house farming and having a cancel scan and all that nonsense, right? So that's the only reason that I'll be a little bit more hesitant to recommend very specific builds. I mean, if you guys are curious about them, yeah, I'm trying to figure out a better way to communicate these in a way that people will still get a benefit from it, but it also won't get super saturated super quick, because unfortunately, just the way that the profession system works, there is massive possibilities for that to happen, right? And especially given the fact that I play on Illidan, which is one of the highest pop North American servers, the number of people that have that have watched the stream and sorry, 1 second. Someone's asking me where they can send me a crafting order from, so I gotta give them the coordinates. All right. What was I saying? Oh, I need to log off and log back in so that this account has the warband access. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing decently well, right? 89,000 gold that we're pulling out of the mailbox here. And the profit margin on this is something ridiculous, like 400 or 600% or something like that, right? So my crafting cost is a small fraction of this, right? I did not spend more than 20,000 gold at most to craft all this. Well, to craft everything that we sold, plus everything that's on the auction house, right? I think I've in all I've spent like 40,000 gold, and we have 477,000 gold worth of items on the auction house. So yeah, we've 10x'd our gold on paper just by doing this. The only other thing I'll say is that this also isn't the only thing we crafted, because this is my banker for Illidan, but your boy has a whole bunch of bankers spread out across a whole bunch of other realms, and we're gonna hop onto some of those other realms right now, and take a quick lookity look at how we've been doing on gold. Yeah. I mean, generally, what I would say is probably, unless it's some crazy like region-wide, right, like super OP thing that can't really get saturated too much, or something that requires a lot of effort, right? And even then, I mean, just the way that 2x4 farms work, and how much of the way I think about it is this way, right? What's the best way to figure out the cheapest thing to buy right now to stock up? Go on YouTube, go and check out what Student Albatross has just posted a video about, and I guarantee you can buy whatever he's farming, whether it's a pet, whether it's a toy, whether... Okay, let's sorry. The game audio is just killing me here. Is it very loud on stream as well? Ah, there we go. Wait, what happened to my music? Oh, Chrome crashed on me. That's why we don't have music. All right, let's take a quick little break, and I will come back and finish off what I was saying. I just don't want Chrome to like dox myself. Give me a second, folks. We'll be back in a couple of like in a minute or two. All right, so we are back. Now we've got our background music back online. We've got everything going. All right, what I was saying was that the absolute best way to find like toys or pets or whatever, the cheapest time to buy them is right after one of the major like farming influencers, right? Student Albatross is just the only one that's like big enough that I occasionally catch some of their stuff. But I mean, this applies for everyone, right? There's a bunch of other content creators out there who show you what the best farms are. Generally, within a couple of hours, those items are going to crash because everyone and their mother is now doing that farm, and so that brings the prices down, right? It's sort of this. It can sort of be similar for crafted items as well, right? If any of the major gold content creators, I don't think I'm quite big enough yet to think that I can have any effect on the economy. But definitely any of the other major content creators, right? If they put out a video saying do this build, there's a good chance that either you want to wait you want to wait a little bit, you want to wait to see how the market shakes out, right? I would advise against, and this will apply to everything I tell you as well, by and large. My main recommendations are going to be, and what I'm going to try and cover on stream, are markets that I don't think can be flooded. And so that's why I'm not going into like my tailoring spec, right? Because it is a market that will be saturated very fast. And yeah, it'll make it less profitable for me, which is fine. I'm okay with that, right? I don't mind I'm gonna be completely honest here. If I have to pick between having more people watch my stream and creating more valuable content, or making a bit more gold, I have plenty of gold, right? I'm not too concerned about that. So I would much rather have meaningful content, even if that means swapping out gold for it, right? Which I don't say to like big myself up. I just mean that I'd rather share builds and things that can't really be saturated. And that's why concentration builds are amazing, and concentration builds are what you should be doing for alt armies in general. Anything that you're guaranteeing crafts on and churning out, there's a good chance that someone else is doing it that's doing it better than you are, right? Who's just invested more time, done more sweaty things, has invested a couple million gold, right? I was considering doing the profession shuffle because there are some major advantages that you can get from it. But just watching Mantheus doing it on stream the other day, or yesterday, he was doing this on the stream yesterday. He spent 5 million gold, and I think he got maybe let's say best case scenario, he got 100, 200 artisan acuity out of it, right? 5 million gold. Do not spend that. Do not do that. If you were going to do it, I mean, then you have to do it like K-Check did it, which is like you do it on day one. It's going to cost you like 20 million gold. But then you're going to spend a bunch of time online having like, you're going to be the world first crafter for a bunch of like rank 3 weapon enchants and things like that. Yeah. So I would say, you know, do things that rely primarily on concentration. It's not the sexiest. It may not sound the coolest. You may not be crafting the coolest items. You may not be crafting them in bulk and stuff like that. But you can very conceivably, you know, have an alt. You log on to them once every 2 or 3 days, and they generate about 50 to 100,000 gold of profit just by using up all their concentration. And then you log out of them and you do nothing else on them, right? You spend that time doing things you actually enjoy in this game, and you'll probably make a decent bit of gold just doing that, right? Doing events and things like that. Hey, Tommy. Oh, well, welcome to Twitch. Welcome on to the Twitch stream. Okay, you create content too? Leveling, dungeons, rating, etc. Oh, heck yeah. That's, I'll be honest, I've been spending a lot more time leveling in the past couple of weeks just because of Remix and then, you know, getting ready for the War Within. I don't spend too much time otherwise, so hopefully you can guide me a bit on that, because I definitely need advice when it comes to leveling, dungeon, rating. If you watch my stream for any meaningful period of time, I'm best known for finding the most creative ways to die. I've played this game for 20 years and I'm still coming up with new ways to die in this game, which is kind of, I don't know that there's an achievement in game for it. There's a couple of achievements, right? There's a couple of achievements for standing in the fire. Standing in the fire was an achievement made, rather, what is it? Still standing in the fire? Yeah, still standing in the fire. This is the achievement I most relate to. Cause sure enough, I've been playing since freaking Encourage dropped on old school retail back in the day, and yeah. Oh, okay. So you're an old hat as well. Love to see that there's still a bunch of people who have been playing this game for just as long as I have. It makes me feel like less of a weirdo. In any case, all right. I'll check out your content. Wow, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Kick. You're everywhere. I gotta get like you. Yeah. All right. What I was saying was on my enchanter, I haven't spent any knowledge points. I do have a build that I am planning on doing probably later today. But again, it is one that can very easily get saturated, and that's why I'm not going to really share it on stream too much. Let's see, if I make a bunch of gold, I may share it on Friday's stream. If you guys are interested in stuff like that, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to do that. Ooh, Collector's Vanilla Edition. Dude, I am so jealous. I am so jealous. I always wanted it. I have my original, like the physical copy of Vanilla WoW somewhere, maybe at my parents' house actually. But I always wanted the Collector's Edition, especially the Vanilla Collector's Edition. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't care. Dude, that's dope as heck. Even for the War Within, I kind of want the physical Collector's Edition. At some point, let's see. If things go well with content creation, maybe I can finally find the money to I can scrounge up the money to buy one of those off of eBay or something like that. But yeah, having a Collector's Edition for Vanilla is definitely a life goal of mine, and I'm insanely jealous. I have all the Collector's Editions ever since they started doing digital Collector's Edition, because then I could buy them with gold. Although to be fair, for the War Within and for game time these days, I just pay in cash because I'd rather have more gold, I guess. I don't know. I gotta start spending gold instead of money in real life for all of this. But yeah, what I was saying was I haven't spent any knowledge points, right? You could very easily do this on a character that you literally spend 17,000 gold on right now, right? You can come in, you'll learn all these recipes off of the trainer, and all you need to do, I don't even have blue profession gear, I have green profession equipment, and it's not even max quality. I mean, I have the hat at max quality because I crafted it for myself, but the point is those will make a couple gold difference. You can very easily get to the point that you can craft these at rank 2. What's my skill at? I'm at 241, and I think to craft it at rank 2, you only need 240, right? So what did we say we're at? Oh, I forgot the numbers already. Just by using rank 3 materials, you can get to 296 skill very easily. You don't need to go that far, right? All you need to do is get to 241 skill. And that's not difficult at all, right? Green profession equipment, we've not spent a single speck of knowledge points, but here's what we're gonna do. We're going to just use up our concentration, and there you go, 30,000 gold for 345 concentration. That means every 34 hours, this character is going to put out a 30,000 gold craft just from enchanting. Again, this is no knowledge points, right? All you would have to do to be able to do this is spend 17,000 gold on mats, which I will show you how to do this later on in the stream. I just want to get through all this basic stuff, right? And you can craft yourself a rank 3 weapon enchant using not even the best quality materials, right? We're primarily using tier 2 storm dust, which means it's fairly cheap, right? Let's actually see what our actual crafting cost is here, right? Let's say you do a couple crafting orders, right? You do some of the patron crafting orders, you do whatever, you get yourself some more skill, right? You may even, I mean, depending on how you want to spend your artisan's acuity, you may pick up a profession tool. You could potentially pick up one of these artisan's acuity recipes, which I would honestly think, I honestly believe that is a very good move. The point is, no one's really doing this. Most people seem to be talking about spending their artisan's acuity on picking up their like blue profession tools. I don't think that's the best move. I think a much better move is to pick up one of these profession recipes, right? Because not many people are doing that. Everyone's trying to min-max their profession stats. No one is really buying these recipes. And as a result, you don't even, if you have less gold to invest up front, you have less capital to work with, you can literally use your concentration to guarantee these at rank 2 and still turn a profit on them, simply because of the fact that this is a recipe that you get from spending artisan's acuity. That's how few people have these recipes, right? This one, this you get from the tree, but this one as well, right? I think this one also requires some renown, so maybe a little bit tougher. But if you're playing the game at all, you probably have enough renown to get this. I think it literally is at, at renown 4. Right? I don't have renown 4 because I haven't done much world content, because I'm a goblin, right? I spend all my time in the capital city. The outside world I go into to get knowledge points and maybe do some world content, but I die a lot out there, and I very rarely die in the capital city. I'm not saying never. Like I said, I do sometimes die in the capital city as well. I find a way, gosh dang it. But I tend to spend most of my time in the city. So you probably have more than enough renown to pick this up. But yeah, my main advice is, if you have Kej as well, we will do some Kej farming as well when we hop onto those remix outlets. I feel like I need to stop like pitching a trailer for Kej and actually get to doing something for Kej. I need to stop saying that we're going to do it later on in the stream, and we need to hurry up and get over to that part of the stream. But in any case, the point still stands, right? Any alt you have, pick up tailoring. If you have 17,000 gold to invest, you can get to the exact same, more or less the exact same point I'm on in my profession with enchanting on my main. And then you can guarantee rank 2 by using better quality mats, and you can use concentration to bridge the gap. Now, if you have, lesser skill, right? Let's say you have, let's do minus 40. Let's go as far as that, right? Minus 40 skill, you will make less gold, right? And you will use up potentially more concentration. But you're still, 13,000 gold for each alt, right? You've basically already paid for the 17,000 gold you've spent to level this up. Now, your crafting costs are going to be a little bit higher because you are using rank 3 materials. But hey, you don't have to do this with weapon enchants, right? I'm talking about weapon enchants because that's the most like gold, like those are the sexiest enchants, right? Everyone wants to guarantee rank 3 weapon enchants because there is big gold to be made, but there's also so much competition that even if you craft 20 of them, right? You guarantee crafting 20 of them. How long is it going to take you to sell those? How much auction house PvP are you going to have to do? How many auctions are you going to have to cancel? And how many times are you going to have to cancel and repost auctions and sit there babysitting your auctions before you actually sell? And are prices going to hold up until you sell out all 20 of those? There's a good chance they don't, right? And then you're kind of left holding the bag. It's much more efficient to hop on, craft 2 or 3 of these. It's quicker to sell them, right? 2 or 3, you could probably, you may not even have to repost them more than once or twice, if that. And yeah, that's easy gold. And then you move over to the next vault, right? You're spending less time. It's less investment. You're setting this up so that you can also do this later on in the expansion, right? You've already more than paid for it just with your first 1,000 concentration. And so everything beyond that is more or less profit. And so that is how I would strongly recommend going when it comes to most of these builds, is use your concentration. That is the biggest advantage you have. If you have alts, especially so, even if you don't, right, you can still make a stupid amount of gold just by doing that. All right, the add-on I'm looking for is Profession Shopping List. I need it to only show me, where is it? Do we have an option for that? I want to track recipe cooldowns, but I don't want to show, I don't want it to show concentration for Dragonflight, because I think the way it works is that it looks like we actually have a separate Dragonflight and War Within concentration pool. So there's a good chance that you can actually use, that you can probably still make a decent bit of gold with Dragon Isle's concentration as well. I wouldn't, but you can do it. And I think this concentration is coming from, this little window here. I don't know if it's coming from Craft Sim or if it's coming from Profession Shopping List. I believe it's Profession Shopping List. I'm inclined to believe it's Profession Shopping List. And so, yeah, probably also worth touching on quickly. Add-ons that I consider absolutely crucial for effective gold making. Profession Shopping List is definitely on that list, right? A lot of good quality of life stuff. The greatest add-on for everything to do with professions in Dragonflight and in the War Within is Craft Sim by a long shot. You will need a pricing source add-on, and Craft Sim supports both Auctionator and Trade Skill Master. Trade Skill Master, I would recommend getting like the desktop application, so you don't have to scan the auction house yourself. But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to have another executable running and stuff like that, pick up Auctionator and scan yourself. In a lot of cases, I will swap things over to Auctionator to begin with. In Craft Sim, I may have it set up for, I have it set up for Auctionator right now, right? Just because Trade Skill Master data is refreshed every hour and isn't always the best at figuring out the pricing for like different quality items. Items that have quality, it sometimes struggles with a little bit. An example is this, right? I think they have pushed some updates, but it's telling me that whatever rank I craft this item at, right, the wand, are selling for the same price, and that's just not true, right? If we swap over to Auctionator in Craft Sim, Auctionator, and we come back into Enchanting, we'll see here that actually, if we can guarantee these at higher qualities, they do sell for more. And so, yeah, Auctionator, I would use both of them, Auctionator and Trade Skill Master, are both a good call. Heck, the other nice thing about Craft Sim is that it also allows you to experiment a whole bunch, right? Figure out where you want to put talent points before you do, right? So you can test out, let's say you want to start crafting wands, right? For whatever reason, either you need them for your main, or you have a bunch of a bunch of caster alts that you want wands for. You can come in here, and without actually having to spend the talent points, you can already simulate what it's going to look like once you have those talent points and everything assigned, which is really, really handy. All right. Is there anything else we need to do on this character right now? There's things that I want to do for sure. I don't know why I'm by the inscription table. I think I just burnt so much gold on inscription yesterday that I'm traumatized into hanging out there hoping that I can get some of that gold back. Oh, I also do hate that we can't whisper alliance players. I mean, we have cross-faction guilds, right? We can share guild banks, we can share guilds, but I can't whisper them. Just seems kind of broken. All right, I'm gonna have my webcam for a second, and I'll be right back. Give me a second, folks. All right, so this is one of my alts on a different realm. I won't mention which realm just to try and minimize the amount of competition I have for all the good that will do me. Though I'm fairly certain you can probably see it on the screen somewhere. Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard to figure out what realm these characters are on. Looks like we didn't sell any of our profession equipment just yet. Or we sold one piece for 25k, which I will happily take, right? It cost me less than 600 gold to craft that item. And that's literally, this is all I do is I hop onto one of these alts. I have most of my add-ons disabled, so it's quick and easy, right? I may hit the war bank and pull out any items that are low on stock on this realm, right? Or have a good price that they're selling for. And then I will log out and I'll collect my gold. I'll repost the auctions, post, grab anything out of the war bank that I need, and then hop over to the next one. I'm just gonna quickly refresh both of these. Auctionator will pick this up, and there we already had a sale at 4,000 gold for a chef's hat, right? Super quick, super easy, super painless. Highly recommend. All right, and now I actually need to pull all of this dragonflight crap out of my war bank because it's just taking up space, and I'm probably not going to sell it for anything decent. Yeah, this dude already has 3 of these listed, 2 of these listed. Let's go ahead and list one more because I think we sold one of these. Yeah, we sold one of these gardening hats for 26,000 gold. I mean, they're selling for 4,000 gold right now, but yeah, I mean, prices are just going to be all over the place. That's just what happens, right? So let's go ahead and post those. We pulled another 25,000 gold. I mean, basically in 30, in about, let's be generous. Let's say about 2 minutes of hopping onto this character, we've already made 30,000 gold, which is kind of awesome. And also just means that we don't need to cancel scan, because when you're selling across so many different servers, it's not feasible necessarily to cancel scan and repost on all of them. And also it's just a numbers game, right? If you're selling on so many servers, you're going to have sales, a couple of sales across each of those. And depending how crazy you want to get with it, you can use something like, oh god, I can never remember the name of Saddlebag Exchange is the add-on and website that will allow you to track if any of your auctions are undercut on any of your servers. 42,000 gold in profession equipment, boom, and each of those, I mean, it cost us less than 1,800 gold to craft all of that, right? Insane margins, and that's sort of par for the course. Right, all these are still selling for stupidly high prices, right? I mean, I think the perfected hood, 900 gold. I mean, again, our crafting cost is like 60 gold, right? So 900 gold doesn't look that good when it's selling on other realms for 20,000 gold. But hey, we're still making like 950 gold profit for each of those that we sell. And on these servers where the prices are lower, there's a good to fair chance that probably means that they're going to sell faster. All right, we need to grab gardening hats and a chef's hat, and we will. I think I do have auction house data for this character set up. Not wilder cloth. See, this is why I need to stop with the. I need to remove all the dragonflight nonsense out of this. I'll probably park it on one of these characters. But yeah, I mean, this is literally all I do is for managing this cross realm trading nonsense is literally I hop on. I need to craft more of something. I'm out of stock on one of the items that I usually sell. I just can't figure out from here which one it is. But we'll take a look at. I'll probably do that off stream, to be honest, because like I said, unfortunately, this is a market that can get saturated pretty quickly. Because I alone am selling it on like 15 servers, right? And so, what are the odds if you're watching this that you don't play on one of the servers that I'm already doing this on? And again, I don't mind having competition because again, like I said, I'd much rather that you guys enjoy my content as opposed to me making way more gold. But with that said, you know, I don't want it to be a case where you guys invest the knowledge points, invest the time, the gold to follow me into one of these builds, and then end up in a situation where you're not making gold, because that would not be fun for any of us. All right, I think we are done on this tune. I don't know why I'm just hanging around Dornigal. Again, this is another case of do as I say, not as I do. Do not waste time just hanging around Dornigal, not doing anything. It is very unproductive. And there's so much gold to be made that at any given point you probably should be crafting something or the other. Yeah. Boom, another 36,000 gold on this server. I think this is Kilrog. And hey, we even sold some Dragonflight profession equipment here, which is kind of funny. The people are still buying Dragonflight stuff. I mean, it's not a terrible idea, right? For certain builds, you can do a lot worse than using Dragonflight profession tools, simply because of the fact that there's a good chance that because of the fact that the stats carry over. So you won't get bonus skill to War Within stuff, but you will get the resourcefulness and the what are the other stats that we care about? Geez, these are selling for 30,000 gold. Yeah, let's list a couple of them on this server. Geez. But this is sort of what I mean, right? On Illidan, these are probably selling for a couple thousand gold, and here I can sell it for 30,000 gold. Now I don't need to sell a bunch of them, because even if I sell one per day on this realm, right, that's still more gold than I would make on any other, like on my home server. And this is why you need to, I would say, if you really want to make a boatload of gold, you gotta be selling on other realms, right? You have to be cross realm selling. You don't have to be. You can definitely make a lot of gold on your home realm, like, right? Like it's not impossible. But just from an efficiency perspective, you're probably going to see better results if you're listing on, you know, a bunch of different servers. It's just how it works. All right, let's hop over to my tailor real quick and see if there's any personal crafting orders or any fun stuff like that we can do. What are the other, do I have any other? No, we don't have anything else that we want to list just yet. Let's grab our gold and let's log off. All right, and hopefully this account should still be the one that has access to the war bank. Otherwise, we're gonna have to relog on both of our accounts, which it is kind of annoying that it works that way. But I get why Blizzard had to make it work that way, because otherwise, yeah, I think we would have had even more bugs with the warbank system than we already do, and probably the potential for some really game-breaking stuff that I won't get into, because. All right, as you can see, I've spent a boatload of gold on my tailor, crafting a bunch of different items. I haven't spent any points in leatherworking. I'll be honest, I've been doing, again, like I said, do not do as I do as I say. I've been wasting way too much time just having analysis paralysis on most of my main crafters. Like in leatherworking, I haven't spent a single knowledge point. I haven't even unlocked the talent tree yet, which is how little I've actually progressed with the profession. And I would not recommend doing that. I would definitely recommend, you know, start spending knowledge points and start using up your concentration, right? But as a result, you know, I think I used up my concentration yesterday on some of the crafting orders, and I think I did one of these like armor kits or something like that, right? Where I can guarantee it at rank 2 and I can use up concentration to guarantee it at rank 3. You will need to check on your individual numbers, right? It depends on what profession tools you have. It depends on all that fun stuff. I haven't even done all the first craft bonuses on my leatherworker. And my tailor, I'm not, like I said, I won't get into the tree. It's not particularly complicated. or it'll just open up right there on the stream itself. So yeah, I think the only other patron crafting orders I have here are recipes that I don't have unlocked yet and don't really plan on getting anytime soon. Just because honestly, when it comes to the profession bags, I'm a little bit skeptical about how useful they're actually going to be. Right? Let's quickly do this. Let's come over and look at these. Right? The alchemy one gives you plus 3% Algari, 3% chance to discover a new recipe with Algari alchemy. 17,000 gold for something that you're gonna use, you know, maybe a dozen times. I don't think it's particularly worth it. Transcribing a Kaz Algari Darkmoon card has a 5% chance to create another. Again, don't think it's particularly worth it, right? These bags are expensive, both in terms of the gold that they cost. I mean, you can see here, right? 17 and a half, around 20,000 gold, 40,000 gold for this one, right? They're expensive because the mats are expensive, but also because you need to use up 150 artisan security. And you can kind of cheese this one, right? They changed it so that, I mean, they nerfed the alt army shuffle because of the fact that you can't move artisan security through profession tools, but the bags don't have that requirement. You can send a crafting order for this to one of your alts, and they can not provide the artisan security, and so you can sort of shuffle artisan security that way, right? It's just the bags aren't really worth it, even if you're not using up your own artisan security. Now, if you are a miner, again, it really depends on how much you're farming, right? If you're a miner, you probably have, if you're a dual gatherer, right, you probably have a bunch of artisan security piling up that you don't know what to do with anyway, right? Maybe you get your profession tools. I could see the cooldown being reduced by 1% when mining, and the same thing for overloading herbs, right? I could see this being of benefit. I think the herbalism one, there's a much better case to be made because it'll also only cost 5,000 gold before you start making a profit on it. Skinning as well, right? 5,000 gold, not too bad. 10% faster cooldown is pretty big. I think for skinning, it definitely makes sense. Leatherworking as well is another one of the ones that is definitely worth it, right? 90 resourcefulness is amazing. This is definitely one that I need to grab on my leatherworker. And 5,000 gold isn't too bad, right? I'll probably have to pick up tailoring on an alt and use up their artisan security for some of these. Ignition satchel. Now, the blacksmithing one as well, ever-burning ignition gives you an additional, gives you 20 more ingenuity, resourcefulness, and multicraft. That's also pretty big, right? It's 60 bonus stats. I don't know why they didn't throw crafting speed in there as well. If you're giving me all the stats, give me all the stats. Don't give me ingenuity, resourcefulness, and multicraft, and then skimp on the crafting speed. Throw it on there as well, Blizzard. Jeez. Jeweler's purse. This could be very useful. Crushed gemstones are like crushing gemstones may be the build that I go with on my main. I haven't fully fleshed out the build, right? But I could see that being something that I do. And so this one, it's expensive though, 29,000 gold. I don't know if it pays itself off that much, but especially because of the fact that it doesn't say that it's giving you one more crushed gemstone. It just means that the maximum yield is more, which means on the 1 in 5 times, let's say, that you max out your yield, it'll now give you one more. So it's a very, very moderate increase. And with prices being what they are at present, I don't think this is something that I'm going to be in a rush to grab, right? The amount of resourcefulness, ingenuity, and multicraft that you get, this, again, the bag's pretty cheap, 6,000 gold. You can probably pay off by the stat bonus that you get from it, right? If you're doing high-level enchants and things like that, I think over the course of the expansion, you will pay that off. The engineering one, 25,000 gold, and it increases the yield of piles of rusted scrap. Kind of skeptical on. Severed satchel. This one, it can be super powerful. The nice thing about it is that it doesn't require any artisan security to craft, which is a major benefit, right? And you don't need to like spend any artisan security to get this recipe at all, right? You just need to have an alt that you go into quality fabric on, and you'll be able to craft this for yourself. It really depends on how much you're unraveling, and it's very similar to the jewel crafting recipe, right? That could be hit or miss. It really depends. If you're planning on spending a bunch of time unraveling, which I believe there is a good amount of gold in, I know I think Zanzerful has been churning out a decent bit of gold by unraveling. So much so that I'm tempted to set up a tailor with an unraveling build myself, and I may test that out either on. Well, hey, we may test that out on stream. We may do it off stream. We'll see. Let's come over to unraveling and where's it? Spec info. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think we don't have rates for these yet, right? So I don't think there's a super easy way to figure out exactly how well unraveling is going to work. But it's entirely, I mean, you'll definitely want to max out both of these trees, and you'll definitely want to try and grab that profession bag if you at all can. And that could be good AFK gold. My understanding is that I never really made gold with unraveling and Dragonflight, but I know a boatload of people did, and so it's probably not a terrible idea to do so. Oh yeah, we also used up some of our concentration on an exquisite weaver cloth bolt, and I think it cost us like 200 or 300 gold to craft, and it sold for 4,000 gold. So yeah, good stuff on tailoring and leatherworking as well. All right, let's hop over to. I think we just have like 3 more characters left that we need to get through. We'll hop onto my alchemist scribe and quickly touch on my thoughts for alchemy and inscription. Then we'll hop onto my blacksmith and my engineer to round things off. And then we will at long last get to setting up our alt army for the first time. Like I said, I haven't really done any alt army stuff. I want to go through sort of what I think the best course of action is going to be. And sort of the very specific actions that we're going to try and take on all these alts. I'm going to try and move. I mean, it will probably take me longer because I'm doing it on stream, and so I'll be explaining things as I go. But we'll go over, how to picking up the professions, getting our, leveling them up, grabbing all of the knowledge point treasures, and farming up enough cash to pick up the knowledge point books that we need. All right, and again, my scribe and my alchemist, I don't think I've spent any knowledge points. I think on inscription, I've literally, like I said, just unlocked the pursuit of knowledge. We only have 32 knowledge points. I don't even think I've grabbed all the knowledge point treasures, right? Yeah, I haven't. I haven't grabbed the knowledge point treasures. I haven't grabbed the cash book. I haven't grabbed anything. I just mainly wanted to get the first craft bonuses from these Algari treatises and to complete my patron crafting orders. That was my main goal for most of these characters. Oh, and we have 2 more of these that we still need to do. I don't know if these just popped up. Yeah, these may have popped up in the recent in the past. I mean, since we took a look at this yesterday. Treatise on herbalism. We basically need a boundless cipher is the point here. And we need one of these. Right, we'll craft one of these as well. I think we have unlocked all of the treatise recipes. Yep, we have. So we're good on that. I haven't decided which way to take inscription. I'll probably either go for like I definitely don't expect myself to do the Dark Moon card stuff. Haven't done it in the past. Never really made gold with Dark Moon cards and never really been inclined to get into it. I could see myself going into profession tools just because I'm a big fan of them. Or we'll go into, like a milling build. I may do a milling build because I kind of like that, or potentially an ink crafting build. I think a cipher build may be a little bit tough, though there would be a lot of gold in it. I think the main worry I have is that it may not pay itself off and it's going to be expensive, right? And I know that I haven't and I'm not going to min-max to the level that someone who's entirely focused on making gold with inscription is going to. And so I'd much rather do something that I can either, right? There's two kinds of things that I want. Either A, something I can do while AFK, while I'm like editing videos or like doing something else in my in real life. Or second, something that will make me a bunch of gold with concentration. Those are primarily the 2 types of builds that I want. And I think I already probably have more than enough AFK builds, that I'll be setting up just today alone, that it probably won't require a whole bunch more effort from me. All right, these crafting orders, we have a couple more days on, so I may wait with them just to see, because on the very, very, very off chance that I do decide to go into missives, I don't even know where missives are. Are they, is it multitasking gives us multi-craft? This gives us ingenuity, and this gives us resourcefulness. So where do we learn how to make better missives? This is milling, this is inks, and this is ciphers, right? Is it in careful carvings? No, that's profession tools. Where do we get missives? Handily Craft Sim will tell us this, right? Pursuit of knowledge. I mean, really, whatever we're doing, this is probably a good call, right? This is a boatload of stats. Each point gives you 3 ingenuity, 3 resourcefulness, and 3 multicraft. I mean, that's always good. And it's across all profession, like all of the different things that you're gonna do. Oh no, of course, it's the Adrel show, so we have to have interface issues at some point in the stream. And it looks like that point has reached right now. Right, let's go ahead and reload on this, and let's continue undercutting on this guy here, so we can get through all of our different realms that we're selling things on. $12,000 gold, not bad, not bad. I don't even know what realm this is. Hyjal. Yeah, I guess it's... Hyjal's one of the higher pop North American realms, right? I don't know if anyone's going to pay 27,000 gold for an eye level 528 piece of leveling gear. 15,000 gold is already kind of pushing it, if we're being honest, but hey, someone may be willing to give me that kind of gold for it. I'm just trying to see if there's any other items that are like, you know, quick wins that we can wing up on the auction house. Because these are still selling for a decent bit of gold on servers, right? Wildred cloth bags, because everyone's doing War Within stuff, and so there is a bit of gold to be made by doing Dragonflight stuff. I don't know who's... I mean, I think with these alt armies, right, a lot of people either got them straight from Remix, which means they have 30 slot bags, and so 32 slot bags are upgrades, or, you know, they just never bothered upgrading their bags during Dragonflight and are now realizing that they need more inventory space for all of the new War Within items, all the Kaz Algar items, as it were. All right, our scribe should be good to go. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll quickly get done with that crafting order that's expiring in 2 hours, and we'll check if alchemy has anything else as well. But alchemy, the really cool thing was literally the first crafting order I got for alchemy, the first patron craft order, I should say, was for what do you call it? The healing potion. Literally at skill level 1, I could complete my first crafting order just using up a little bit of concentration, which was kind of bonkers to me. Yes, I guess this is the only one that we actually need to do is we need one boundless cipher, which we definitely can't craft profitably, at least I don't believe so. Profession shopping list is being a little funky with me. Not letting me track what I need to. But yeah, I think I started talking about weak auras that I would highly recommend getting. And one that I will need to strongly recommend is this one right here. Let's see if I can find out the name and maybe drop the link in chat. Do I have my Wago updater? I thought I had it set up to load on startup. Launch client with your computer. I mean, it should be doing that. In any case, this is the add-on that I'm talking about. Muse knowledge points. Let's see if I can find a link real quick. Yeah, this is the one that we want. Go ahead and drop this link in chat. All right. So yeah, what this does is it basically gives you, it informs you where all of your knowledge points are going to come from, right? It'll tell you what your weekly ones are here. You still, so for instance, for inscription, I still have 6 weekly alchemy inscription points, right? We're going to get 2 of them by completing this quest right here, right? Let's go ahead and learn that, and it should refresh here. There we go. I think you have to open it and unopen it. The other nice thing is that it also has all the knowledge point locations listed. So if you just click on each of these, it'll add a TomTom waypoint to your map that'll tell you where each of these treasures are, which is super handy as well. It also shows you the unique like one-time sources of knowledge points, which is gold, right? This is amazing. Shout out to Mew, amazing add-on. Thank you so much for putting this together. It's dope. It's even better than the weekly knowledge point tracker that we had in Dragonflight, I feel like, or at least the one that I use is probably what I should say. Yeah, but hard recommend on this add-on. I would strongly recommend getting it right away. The link is in the chat if you're interested. Amazing add-on, amazing add-on. Not much more to be said there. All right, we need to pick up a Boundless Cipher. Oh, I wanted to check my alchemy profession, my alchemy patron orders as well. Oh no, server shut down in 15 minutes. Was this in the launcher and I just missed it? Are they restarts? I hope it's a restart. I don't want to have to end the stream here. Hopefully it's just a server restart and we can go on a little 10-minute break and come back and continue with the stream. Did I forget to pull it out of the mailbox? What are we doing here? All right, let's see our alchemy. No, I need to see my alchemy crafting orders, please, sir. Yeah, so I mean, I'll need to push more into alchemy, do some research and stuff like that before I can complete the rest of these. Ooh, this one's expiring in 2 hours, but I doubt I'm gonna go this hard on alchemy enough to guarantee these at rank 3. I just don't see myself being able to complete that crafting order one way or another. Oh, we sold our missives for a decent bit. These were the rank 1 missives we crafted just to level up inscription. So far I've spent 100,000 gold on inscription and we made back like 2,000 gold. So definitely not worth it. All right, and let's see. Ooh, 98,000 gold. Jeez. Look at this. Look at this. Folks, this is what I'm saying. This is why you want to be cross-realm. This is why you got to be selling on other servers, right? We've sold just a boatload of just green crafted profession equipment. 98,000 gold's worth, right? This is in 15 items, and each of these we crafted for less than 600 gold. This is just how broken, not how broken, just how OP War Within Professions are right now, right? That's how much gold is on the table that literally anyone can do. It's goofy. We will level up tailoring later on in the stream, so we'll get an estimate of roughly how cheap that's going to be. One of the other things that I'm planning on working on, I was planning on doing it just for myself, but then I sort of realized that it may be useful to other people, and so one of the things I have considered doing is putting together a little spreadsheet, because everyone knows that the only way you really make gold is by creating a spreadsheet, in which we sort of go through. Sorry, I'm looking for. Did we get a bag? What did we get from that? We got an Artisans Consortium payout bag, and the nice thing about those payout bags is that they usually give you mats. Did I open them already? Oh, I think I opened them right as I looted them. And again, we got some leather. I think it was. Where'd it go? Gloom Chitin. Yeah, all right, let's mail that over to our leather worker, because Lord knows he's gonna need it. What the heck is, oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, let's mail that over to our leather worker as it were. And then we're gonna log off of this character. We've got to log off of both because this dude doesn't have access to the war bank, And he's our top seller. It's not surprising to me. This is a super high pop server. That this banker alt is on, and so it doesn't surprise me at all that he's the one who's making the most gold. What does surprise me is the fact that prices aren't shot to crap on that server. All right, we'll quickly hop onto our engineer before we get logged out. Is there a blue post or something? Because I'm wondering if we'll need to end the stream. If they are taking the servers down for a meaningful period of time, then we'll take the stream down. But if it's just a server restart, it says server shutdown. $1,500. Well, how much did we sell these for? Ooh, I'm also out. I'm literally just out of profession equipment. I need to craft some more. I need to hop onto my tailor at some point and actually craft some freaking profession gear, because I'm running low. I don't have any of my tailoring hats. I don't have any of my enchanting my alchemist hats. I don't have the enchanting profession equipment. Geez, this is not good, folks. This is not good. Ooh, it looks like people in chat are saying that it's a short maintenance. If you are watching live, let me know in chat if you have any idea if this is if Blizzard has said anything about whether or not this is going to be a long shutdown or if it's just restarts. Oh, it's scheduled? So they're just doing maintenance every day this week? Is that what's up? No, this is just, well, first of all, this is the EU schedule, which we don't need. We need the US schedule. And it only says it on the 27th here. Doesn't say anything about today. I do wish that they would just like tweet out, that at the very least they would tweet out when they're planning on doing these maintenances, whether it's going to be short or long, because I don't know if I'm supposed to end the stream or not. How about this? We'll move to the break screen for a couple minutes, or you know what? We may hop over to the beta and start theory crafting a bit there. Okay, I think that's what we'll do instead. We'll hop over to the beta. We'll take a little bit of a break once the servers go down for like 5 minutes, and then we will hop over to the beta, because the beta servers are still up last I checked, and we'll take a look at we can do some theory crafting at the very least. Boy, we sold a lot of everything except for the fishing hat, which I'm not upset about, because the fishing caps are selling for 1,500 gold, and we sold all of these other pieces at like 9,000 gold, right? Which is amazing. So if I had to pick which of those two I want to sell, it's a no-brainer, right? I don't think that's particularly complicated math. All right, we posted up some more auctions. Yeah, this dude is balling. This dude is balling. He's a level 10 with like 200,000 gold and a whole bunch of inventory. Yeah, cross-realm trading, folks. Hard recommend. Yo, do you think we can hit 30.5 million gold? I still have some more. I still have a bunch of banker alts to log on to, right? We have 3 more banker alts that we need to open up auctions on. I don't think any of them are on servers nearly as busy, so there's a good chance that we don't have anything else that we're crafting there. Tracker's goggles. Ooh. Screw it, let's do it. It's expiring in 2 hours. I don't know how long this maintenance is going to be. So, don't really have a good sense of... Oh, it's a 2-hour maintenance. Oh, I guess they've added it to the Blizzard app. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, I don't think it's worth hopping onto the beta for 2 hours. I think what we'll do is I may just restart the stream once servers are back online. How about that? Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So, we have a couple more minutes here until servers go down. I mean, literally 7 minutes. But we'll end the stream then, and then we'll come back once servers are back online, right? We'll restart the stream later on. If you are watching live, please do come back. Please do come back. I'm sorry Blizzard decided to do this. Yeah, we've sold nothing on this realm. Low-key, I feel like I should just transfer this over to that other realm where we sold everything. Because we need inventory there, and jack crap is selling here. Can I do it in under 7 minutes is the question. I mean, ideally, I should do that right when the servers come back online. But my hope is that once the servers are back online, we can just hop over straight to the alts and get cracking with the stuff that I teased, which is setting up professions on the alt army. What server is this? Servers. Doo-doo for selling profession equipment, it seems like. Or I just got undercut early and or prices dropped, right? That's the other potential thing that happened here. Lag. How have you guys been doing with lag? Do you feel like there's less lag than there was in Valdrakken? I feel like Dornogold, just because of the fact that it's more spread out as a city, should hopefully have less lag involved. There has been ridiculous amounts of auction house lag, but I chalk that just up to the fact that like everyone is using the auction house. Hopefully this maintenance fixes that and we don't continue to face auction house issues, because it has been a pain in the butt trying to buy or sell anything on the auction house, right? Things just seem like they glitch out a lot more than they usually would. I mean, even just cancel scanning is taking way longer than it should, idly. All right, let's see if we can get this engineering crafting order done, because if it's only up for 2 hours, that means this will expire if we don't get it done. Now it should idly be replaced by another one. Like I think the whole way the system is built is supposed to be to minimize FOMO, right? Because by definition, I mean, Blizzard has said that is the catch-up mechanism that they plan on using, right? If you've not gathered all of your knowledge points, you'll catch up by doing the patron crafting orders, which I'm super stoked about, right? Like that's good news to my ears, because that means that I don't need to do everything on all of my alts week one unless I absolutely want to. And like I said, I'd rather take a more casual pace and you know, enjoy what I'm doing, as opposed to just doing a whole bunch of stuff because it's the meta and that's the only way that I'll be able to compete on most of these things. But if you are watching live, let me know in chat. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it was better in Dragonflight, where you just had this insane advantage if you kind of knew everything you were getting into? 109 concentration. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? Why not? 10 artisan securities, nothing to scoff at, and we'll get some mats. So overall, we'll make back some of the gold that we spent on this stupid crafting order. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I don't think we have enough time to hop over to my blacksmith before the servers go down and we end the stream. But I can probably cancel and post on this dude real quick. 1:45. We were coming down to the wire here, folks. We are coming down to the wire, but let's see if we can get these posted, and then it's one less character that I need to log on to when servers are back up. All right. Down to the wire. Auction house lag. Jeez, we cannot afford that right now. 1 minute 15 seconds. 1 minute 15 seconds. Did this refresh? Oh. 30,357,000 gold. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and exit the game here. I suppose I could finish off looking at the Wowhead articles like we were. So, I mean, basically, in terms of activities that you want to do out in the open world, you definitely want to be doing the theater troupe and as many characters as possible for the recipes, right? Alchemy is getting better. I would wait until they actually patch all of this. Because they're basically going to make... They're giving alchemists a lot of love here. I think it's well deserved. I think it was ridiculous that you needed to use Artisan's Acuity to actually craft cauldrons. That's really not fair. I don't know why Blizzard hates alchemists so much in a lot of ways, because even in Dragonflight they just needed so much more Artisan's metal than everyone else. But I'm glad to see that they are kind of they're kind of doing some they're showing alchemists some love, right, which is always good. Welcome to the stream. I say we have a couple more people joining us. Welcome. Unfortunately, we are going to be ending the stream in a couple minutes here, just because of the fact that Blizzard decided to take the servers down for 2 hours. And I thought we'd hop over to the beta and mess around there a bit, do some theory crafting stuff there. But I don't think it's probably worth it. Or I don't know. Let me know in chat if you are watching live, because probably what I'm going to do with this time anyway is put together a spreadsheet. To figure out how much it's going to cost us to get all of our to level up each of these professions, right? Because I was mainly building it for myself, but then I realized that it may be handy to y'all. I can either do that on stream. Yeah, I could be doing that on stream. What do y'all think? If you are watching live, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to take the stream down for about 2 hours. Once servers are back online, we'll hop back in and actually get it done with the alt army setup. Anyway, let me know in chat if you think we should do the spreadsheet together on stream, or if I should just go away and work on that and we come back in 2 hours when the servers are back up. But yeah, it looks like alchemy is getting a huge buff, so I'm kind of happy that I waited to level it. Because I think that's a good thing. This I don't really need to touch on too much. But basically there's knowledge points that'll come from open world treasures. My assumption is that the absolute best place to farm this is going to be the Ringing Deeps. That place goes bonkers. Like my Rare Finder add-on goes bonkers with how many treasures there are there. So I don't think it should take you more than maybe half an hour. To be fair, I haven't looted these on any of my characters, so we'll take a peek at that when we come back as well, from Blizzard's maintenance. And yeah, I mean, the Wowhead has this nice little article summarizing it. For enchanting, you will need to disenchant some items every week. And there are, of course, the crafting order quests. Now, there are supposed to be profession quests as well that would give you some more Artisan's Acuity and some more knowledge points and things like that. They don't seem to be in the game just yet. I'm not entirely certain why. I don't know if Blizzard's waiting another lockout to release them, or if there was a bug with them. I believe they had mentioned that there was some sort of bug with the enchanting one last week that allowed people to complete it last week. So maybe that's what they're tweaking, or maybe they're trying to figure out a solution to that. Yeah, patron work orders we already looked at. Amazing, right? I'm a huge fan. I'm really happy with the way these have worked out, just because of the fact that it makes things a lot better. And Tommy, if you're still around, yeah, I was planning on touching on this as well. It does seem super unfair, like that they decided to nerf the fast leveling that everyone who had early access had access to, right? And I say this as someone who had early access. I still don't think it was the right call. I feel like they should at the very least have given everyone 1 week's notice. Hey Seek, what's up? What, nerfing this was warranted? I feel like at the very least what they should have done was give everyone like a week's notice. I mean, yeah, I mean 70 to 71 on most of the characters I've done, it was literally just accidentally dinging level 71 from first craft bonuses alone. It's not super difficult. Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, it wasn't great because you couldn't get through your rotation. But that said, my point is, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a non-janky solution. It was kind of dumb, potentially, but at the same point, as someone who doesn't, I think the difference between you and me is I feel like you actually enjoy doing like world content. I enjoy doing world content, but I don't particularly love doing it on classes that I don't know super well. And so if I can hop onto my mage, you know, button mash a bit and mobs die, that I'm kind of happy with that. Yeah, but I mean, launch week always has a bunch of maintenance, right? I'll give them this. I think there's a lot fewer exploits this time around. The thing that sucked with Dragonflight launch was that there was there was a bunch of maintenance. There was a bunch of like weird things, but there were also a lot of exploits that a lot of people use to get all sorts of ridiculous things, right? Dirt farming. I mean, I mainly know about the ones in professions and with the Artisans Consortium and like the ones that really impacted the profession system. And there were a lot of those, right? There was the Artisans Security Shuffle, the Artisans Consortium Shuffle, and a bunch of other degen stuff. Degen stuff and just out and out completely exploitable things that I don't think they banned the people who use them for. And they didn't even like roll back any of those benefits. I mean, partially I think it's because of the fact that they just didn't have a scalable way to do that. But this time around, at least, touch wood, as far as I'm aware, there weren't any things that were super game breaking. The only exploit I kind of saw, and I try not to talk too much about exploits, but it's fixed now, was that there was something that allowed you to do more patron work orders that I think some people exploited. But that's very easy to see who exploited it and who didn't, right? Anyone who had done like 20 patron work orders during early access clearly was exploiting it, right? I did a couple of patron work orders, but not more than like 2 or 3, which I'm still not sure whether that was working as intended or if those weren't supposed to be up. I did them completely on accident, so I think I'm probably okay there. Yeah, we'll see. I suppose we will see, but my point is there. I think it was very easy for them to figure out, like the few exploits and bugs and things that they have. I feel like it's going to be very easy for them to point out who did those and to peach and to punish them for it, right? What else do we have here? Ajkahet. Yeah, I wanted to touch on this really quickly because it doesn't really impact gold making unless you actually look into it. And basically, if you do care about professions and gold making, you want to go with the Weaver. And the main reason is just once you get to collaborator standing, you get a nice 15% crafting speed buff. And crafting speed is one of those stats that I would never recommend using a profession tool for it, or at least not until like there's I don't think I have a single Dragonflight crafting speed profession tool is what I was trying to say. And I don't think at any point I intentionally took any crafting speed, but it is a stat that I love having, and I love the Dragonflight crafting speed file that we had. There isn't a war with an equivalent, I don't think. But if you're bulk crafting things, heck, even if you're not even if you're just crafting a couple of things, crafting speed is always nice to have. And the nice thing is this buff is completely account-wide, zone-wide, everything, right? So this is amazing. I'm definitely going to try and grind out Collaborator as soon as possible, just to get this buff as a quality of life gift to myself. Wait, how are you going to get all of them? Oh, so you're going to eat, you mean 1 week, you're going to rotate through them? Oh, yeah, I think I'm just going to grind out the Weaver, and then I'll get around to the others for mounts and things like that. Yesterday's also took 2 hours. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But to be fair, I'm not gonna necessarily max out one of them, right? I'm just gonna get collaborator on this, like on with the Weaver, and then I'll probably swap over to one of the others. I don't know if any of the others have any sort of a buff that that help us in any way. I mean, presumably you'd want to go into some of these others to get more cash, right? I'm sure there's like one-time cash sources, and cash is fairly relevant for gold making, right? I have spent some of my time farming up cash. Once the servers are back up and we're doing our little alt army process, like getting our alt army set up, I will go over sort of the most efficient ways to farm up cash that I've figured out. Yeah, I was wondering. I was just kind of afraid to ask, to be honest. I see. I see what you did there. It's a little naughty word. Give old Blizzard. Yeah, I mean, look, I think I don't know if it's the worst. Do you really think this is the worst launch week they've had? you're one step beyond that as well. I'm trying to think which launch week was worse. Like the pre-patch had some bugs and stuff like that. Especially with the war banks. And I know some people have just been really, really messed up by the fact that the war bank has either like removed gold from them, removed items. And I think the guild bank has also been, some people have been having some issues with the guild bank as well, which kind of scares me a little bit because I don't know if I would notice, right? And I'm not saying that to brag, but like, yeah, with 30 million gold, if 100,000 gold went missing, I probably wouldn't notice. And similarly, I'm crafting at any given point, like if I'm crafting something, by and large, I mean, with the example of, with the exemption of the concentration stuff that we're doing right now, I will generally craft like 20 or 40 of something, right? And so if 20 of them go missing, I'm probably not going to realize, and that that inventory alone could be a couple 100,000 gold, right? If it goes missing from my guild bank or from my war bank, I wouldn't even really know, to be honest, which is kind of concerning. Hey Albertus, welcome to the stream. Good gold farm for beginners. I would say honestly, it may sound basic, but pick up herbalism, pick up mining, and just fly around and loot everything in sight. I would in terms of talent trees. Let's see here. Because I actually picked up herbalism and mining is so good that good right now and like powerful right now and good for gold making right now that I literally picked up herbalism and mining on an alt and started flying around and herbalizing and mining things yesterday while I was just because I was a little bit bored. And just for context, I've made 30 million gold, none of that through gathering because I refused to do it, right? And even then, I think it's probably not a bad idea to spend your time like, gathering. So herbalism, mining, start spending your knowledge points, pick up the knowledge treasures, pick up the cash, pick up the knowledge point books that you can get. But as a beginner, I mean, basically pick up herbalism, pick up mining, and just start gathering things while you're leveling, while you're questing, while you're doing everything else. Throw it up on the auction house. Be careful, and make sure you manually set the prices, because what people are doing is they're listing, like, let's say, I don't know, you picked up bismuth, right? You're about to list bismuth. The normal price for it is 50 gold. What people are doing is they're listing one piece of bismuth at like 15 gold, hoping that you will accidentally post your entire stack at 15 gold. So definitely be careful and make sure you manually choose the price. and it will sell. It will sell, and I know it will sell because of the fact that I'm buying disgusting amounts of ore and herbs and dust. And I mean, to give you context, I like just for one of my characters to level inscription to like skill level maybe 50, it cost me almost 100,000 gold, and I spent like 40,000 gold of that on buying 565 of what's the like the gray the basic herb. Where is it here? Wowhead professions. Sorry, my water bottle is making a weird noise. Let me try and see if I can fix that. Myco Bloom. Yeah, I mean, just to level one character's inscription up to 565 to 50 to yeah, like skill level 50, I had to buy 565 of these Myco Blooms. Now, I have a total of 38 characters that I'm planning on putting professions on. So, and each character has 2 profession slots, right? So just think of how many raw materials I need, and that should give you a good indication of how much demand there's going to be for all of this gathered material. So yeah, the lowest barrier to entry and the cheapest like profession that you can pick up and start making ridiculous amounts of gold with right now would definitely be herbalism, mining, and skinning as well, probably. I think of all of them, herbalism is probably going to be the most powerful. If I had to pick just one, I think herbalism is probably the one that you're going to want to go with, just because of the fact that with herbalism, with mining, engineering, and blacksmithing do use up a good amount of ore, jewel crafting as well, but nowhere near as much as inscription and alchemy will. Right? I haven't leveled up alchemy yet, but alchemy will also take a lot of herbs to level up. So I think herbalism is probably the best bang for your buck there. If you have to pick one, but you don't have to pick one. You can pick up 2. So I would do herbalism and mining just because it's the same process for both of them, and you'll be doing the same things. If you prefer mob farming, if you don't like flying around gathering things, then I would probably go something like tailoring and skinning. And in those cases, you'll either want to do a 2x4 farm, or you'd want to do either a 2x4 farm for cloth or for mobs and skin everything, because that would also be a decent bit of gold. Or if you just want to do 2x4 farms where you loot items, right? You don't want to bother having to skin them as like after looting them, then tailoring and enchanting are a great combination. In tailoring, I would go into a build that either allows you to craft profession equipment super cheap, like either go with the cloth gathering thing there, right? Like go into the cloth gathering talent tree, and then for enchanting, go with disenchanting. And unfortunately the servers aren't live right now, so I can't show you in game, and I don't know if there's going to be a lot of benefit in showing you in the Wowhead profession talent calculator. But thank you so much for the question. And welcome to the stream. All right, so I was asking actually just before you joined, Seek, and I have a feeling I already know how you're going to answer. I was asking the stream if y'all think that we should end the stream here and then come back when servers are back online, or if we should do some out of game stuff. We can check if the beta realms are up and maybe do some theory crafting on the beta realms, and or I can spend that time working on a spreadsheet for professional leveling. Yeah, I figured you were gonna say that, Zeke. I figured you were gonna say that. All right, here's the thing. I'm gonna take a quick little break. We won't do a full 5-minute break. I just need to use the bathroom real quick. 24-hour stream. Yeah, unfortunately, I was saying earlier, although I technically have hit the criteria to become an affiliate. Oh, we hit 70 followers. Heck yeah! Thank you everyone who subscribed on who followed on Twitch. Yeah, unfortunately, while I've hit the criteria to become an affiliate, I cannot get them to. I'm just having issues setting up my affiliate account, so I'm kind of really bummed by that. But anyways, I don't like talking too much about the like meta stuff on stream just because I feel like who cares, right? Like it's good for me, but who gives a dang, right? Like why would anyone watching this care about that? But anyway, so that's kind of that's something annoying that I've been dealing with. But okay, I don't know. I'm in two minds. Because I'm like, I could also use that time to kind of like edit a video. How about this? Albertus, I'll leave it up to you. I'll leave it up to you to decide. Should we hop onto the beta realms and start putting together some profession leveling, like put together a profession leveling spreadsheet that I will share with all of you lovely people, or should we take a quick break, end the stream here for a little bit and come back once the servers are back online? All right, anyways, decide. Someone else, Seek, I knew you were going to say for sure, and I love you, I do. But I am kind of thinking it may be a better call for me to just take like an hour and a half break right now, and then stream once the servers are online. Mainly because of the fact that I don't want to get tired for the second half of the stream. I'm not doing another energy drink. We did that on stream last time, and I got way too wired. So Friday stream, we you know what? We may do it on Friday stream. We may do another energy drink on Friday stream. Exactly. Dude, if we got to go for 24 hours, spending 2 hours outside of the game, just looking at Wowhead and Google spreadsheets and trying to make that interesting with conversation, I'm probably going to be out of interesting things to say once the servers are back online. So anyways, I'm going to take a quick little break, and then we'll decide whether we keep the stream up or not. Hey, Legendarism, what's up? Welcome to the stream. You showed up just in time for me to take a quick break. I'm really sorry. I need to pee really badly, so that's why we're going to take a quick little break. Yeah, that's what I was asking chat whether we should keep the stream up and work on like a profession leveling spreadsheet. I have an idea for a spreadsheet that I want to put together, that I wanted to put together for my own alt calculations. And I am planning on putting that together, but I don't know if I should do it on stream or if we should end the stream here and then come back when servers are back online. What are you thinking, Legendarism? Ooh, have you been making good gold with Legendarism? Oh, thanks for the subscription, Albertus. But what do you think, Legendarism? Should we end the stream here and come back full of energy once the servers are back online, or should we keep going right now, working on that spreadsheet and hope that I have enough energy to like do everything that I wanted to do on the stream once servers are back online? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. I'm sorry, Seek. Well, you know what we could do though? We could probably hop on the Discord. We could probably hop on. Yeah, we could probably hop on like the Discord live chat or the audio chat. I don't think I've done that before. All right, let me take a quick break and then I'll come back. See you guys in a couple of minutes. Also, it says 15 minutes. It's not going to be a 15-minute break, trust me. Let me actually go ahead and hide that because it's a little misleading. Where's the OBS's? All right, gang, we're back. And I think I'm unmuted. Yeah, so I think we are going to end the stream here. But hop over to the Discord. I don't know anything about Discord, so I'll probably need some tips and tricks on how to get it set up and stuff like that. Excuse me. But yeah, hop over to the Discord, and you'll also start getting notifications when I go live, if in case that's something that's of interest to anyone. But yeah, we're gonna end the stream here, and then we'll be back once the servers are back online, and we will be finally putting some professions on our remix characters. We'll be looking at the alt army, a preliminary setup that we'll do with enchanting and with tailoring. And I play on 2 accounts, so we're gonna do it on 2 different characters, slightly different variations on each. And these are methods that are a lot more scalable, and so will definitely be things that you should be able to make gold from by repeating, right? It's not one of these things that I'm going to tell you that, oh, you can make a bunch of gold with this and it's going to get what do you call it, saturated super quick, or like saturated by the time you get around to doing it. It's something that's going to be evergreen through the expansion, and will continue to make you gold, right? Without investing too much time, effort, or energy. But anyways, we'll do that when the stream is back online. In the meantime, have fun. This is a great opportunity to touch grass. Lord knows. I mean, I say that, and today was literally the first day that I actually functioned as like a grown adult. I like went to the gym. I ran some errands since launch. As much as I've been saying, like technically on Saturday it was a family member's birthday, and so I was out most of the day with celebrating with them. But other than that, I've just been playing ridiculous amounts of the War Within. I got a little bit of a walk in yesterday, mainly because my wife was just giving me a death stare every time I walked into her office. And so I kind of got guilted into doing that, but I'm really glad I did. And then today I actually made it over to the gym as well, so I'm happy about that. But anyway, enough about me. Let's wrap up here. And everyone who's watching, please do rejoin in like about an hour, I think, right? Like an hour and a half, right? It's hopefully Blizzard doesn't extend this maintenance, which there's a non-zero chance of that happening because it's Blizzard. But hopefully they don't extend the maintenance and we're good. Anyway, all right. Thank you, everyone. I see we have someone who just joined on Twitch as well. Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, the servers are down and are gonna be down for another hour and a half, and so we're gonna pause the stream here. Let's do that. I'm gonna say we're pausing the stream here, and then we'll be back in an hour and a half. So please rejoin then. If you haven't followed. That's a reason to follow, so that you get the little going live notification once we're back. And yeah, subscribe to me on YouTube. Do all the things. I always feel slimy saying, oh, subscribe, like, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But like, if you feel like it, it really does help me out. So with that said, I will see all of you lovely people in about an hour and a half. In the meantime, I will try and figure out Discord a little bit as well, because I'll be honest, I know nothing about Discord. I set one up, and even then I'm not entirely certain that I did it completely correct. So anyway, see you guys in like an hour and a half. Bye for now.